May the grace of God humble my heart. I'm going to try and, my testimony is very, very long, so I'm going to try and take 46 years into about 5 minutes. You know, at a very young age, I was with a church, and my life was broken. I was an altar boy. And you know, with everything that happened, I lost my father, I became dad. I was a man who was at 9 years old. I went renegade. My mother was dying of cancer. She did die of cancer. And, you know, I have a hateful God, is what was in my world. And all my life I carried this. You know, I went through the Marine Corps swearing, oh my God, you know, if that's a God, I don't want to know him. And so it went on and on. But from that day, you know, I remember sitting up behind, in the back of the altar, before the priest came out, you know, I had to do communion and give wine, you know. You pass out wine and you pass out bread. And I remember eating more wine, drinking more wine, and eating more bread because I thought I would become holier than thou. And that is the line. Because I didn't trust in my God. Here it's years later, and I have a lot of, through my bondage, and I've been studying bondage all week because I've been attacked all week. Thank you, Dave. And these attacks are, it's a good thing because he warned me they are coming. And I said, thank you. Into Romans, he sent me in Romans 13. And, or not Romans 13, I'm sorry, Corinthians 1:13. So anyhow, I came into this church following a special person in my life as another move to clear out 46 years of drinking. 46 years of drinking, and let me give you the aftermath of my drinking. It started out with fifths of tequila when I was 12 years old, and it never ended. I was still in this spirit of denial, and I had a devil in me that I don't think people can even understand. I had a devil here, and I had God here, and I had a spiritual clash going on for 46 years. Today, in the last couple weeks, the battle was coming to an end. And my God's always been with me. He's carried me. I went from rich to poor. I lived in dumpsters when I came here. I ran around with John Elway at baseball games, football games. I seen a lot. But you know what I never saw? The trust. The trust not only in God, but the trust in myself. So I had this problem. I could never get close to anything or anybody. I'll help out the whole world. The whole world. But I couldn't help myself. Nor could I get on my knees and say, hey, God, I need help. And I did. But in order to do that, I had to lose a lot of things in my life. And one of them sits right back there, Sandra, who put up with me for the last year, and her son, listening to me go through my drunk in order to get more drunk. In other words, I had to put the blame upon all other people around me. I got my owner of my company sitting back here because I already went through this to correct where I had to make amends to the people around me to even clear myself to be able to look at God and say, am I okay? Now see, God forgave me already. But I couldn't give myself to God yet. I mean, that's a big step to turn your will and your life over. I mean, say, hey, I'm nothing, nobody without you. And that's what it came down to. I used to come to this church, David, and I'm sorry, but that's what it took. And I used to sit here and I'd listen and I'd make it look good. And you know what? I just wanted to run out and have another 2 shots. And I did. And I was drunk all day. Ask the ones who are around you. Ask the ones you love the most, because that's who you hurt. And it can be any ailment. It doesn't matter. Cancer, depression, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. Satan works in weird ways because he comes through every back door. Well, I walked in this room. I'm just trying not to make this last too long, but I'm gonna give you what I got. It scared the crap out of me last weekend. I stood here and I was listening and I heard something, and this is after losing the one I love. She had to run because she would not live in my house and she would not go through it anymore. I don't care if I got to live in a tent in the street or under a bridge. And I said, that don't matter, go ahead, go ahead. No, that wasn't me talking, because I got a heart and I got Christ. And I've always had Christ. But this bottle, there's the devil. Now, I found out since then. Since I walked in this door, something happened. As I told Dave, he asked me, what was your memory? I stiffened up like a board fighting it. And I fell on the floor. I don't remember going down, but I remember rolling up. And it was a peaceful feeling, a peaceful feeling. And I walked out of here and I was in utopia. Okay, I'm just in the perfect place. Stop, it don't end there. 4 days later, it attacked within my household. It attacked within my business. It attacked every direction, and I just had to say, God, let me stay humble. Where do I go read? You know, and Pastor Dave gave me somewhere to go read, and it's at 13 about temptations. They will come, but God will always give you a way out. And you know what my way was? I give you to God. I have to give you to God, because you know, right now, He's already won.
Amen.
He's already won. You know, I'm fighting this battle. When it ain't my battle, it's His.
Amen.
Give it away.
Amen.
Give it away. If they want to follow, let them follow. You know, I have the people around my life, and I ain't naming names, who I drank with. Okay, were more important than the one I love. And that's what the enemy does. He comes in the house and he takes the one I love. Well, I never knew love, and I never knew trust until I met Dave on that day on the floor. It hurts, but it feels so good. So, you know, that's all I have in my testimony is if there's an issue, if there's a problem, you ain't gonna fix it. Give it away. Give it to God.
Amen.